Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I'm Robin, an Enerjack without C, and we're playing more Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Hey, Aleph, and hey, Malik, and thank you for the redemption, Aleph. Malik says, Robin, someday you should play Super Animal Royale as a joke about playing extraction shooter games. Yeah, you know what? I'm into it. I'm into it. I'll roll with it. So hi everybody, welcome. I hope everybody's doing okay. I myself am a little tired, but you know what? Pretty good. Not gonna lie, just doing pretty good. It is quite a Thursday, that's right. Summer Games Fest started. And hoo boy, so many things got announced, and a couple of them were interesting. Which, wow. We got a lot of weird announcements. No real, like, good... I mean, we got Alan Wake 2 out of it. So we got some good survival horror stuff. Some good on-brand stuff. But important to the channel, Shadows of a Damned is getting a remaster. The Grasshopper Manufacture game, originally released by EA, and it's now apparently being released by maybe Devolver. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 is looking very good. It looks like higher def Alan Wake, and I am into it. The gap isn't very big. It might collapse if I force my way through. Well, why not force our way through? Scribbled last words. I don't want to die in a place like this. I've heard the stories. The day of tranquility is here. They say back then some people came down to this place and they were spared, but not this time. Who did this? The rite of descent. She's here. That woman is here. I saw her blossomed face, her warped, smashed, twisted, destroyed face. Blossoming face, warping, breaking, blossoming, twisting, blossoming, defiling, ending, blossoming. Boondoggle. Probably have a pretty good atmosphere since it looks like more Alan Wake, but not American Nightmare. Yeah, I still haven't, like, fully played American Nightmare. But that one seemed like a bit of an odd duck. That was Remedy's weird middle era before they made Control. Oh, hey, come on. I want to fight, just come on and fight. Oh, it was a different studio. Okay, that makes a lot of sense considering how it was advertised and presented. Come on. Let me get you again. Yes! One more? No, not one more. Kind of right in it right now, aren't we? Come on. I wonder if there's a Fatal Frame chance with a flashlight. I don't think I've tried. Ah, good enough. But yeah, I'm excited for Alan Wake 2. I'm excited for all the Final Fantasy VII stuff. That looks exciting for me. No matter what people say, it's pretty much exactly what I was hoping for. Plus some good extras. Let's see, where can we go? The Devolver showcase was as unhinged as ever. I strongly recommend watching it, especially, not so much, especially if you've been, like, watching everything so far, but if you've seen the conferences so far for Devolver Digital, it's in the same ballpark. French Pinocchio of Warsoul since it has a demo. Yeah, and I've played a little bit of it, and, okay, Lies of P plays pretty well, actually. They're kinda nailing it so far. So the director's office connects here. He was involved in the disappearances after all. Yeah, it very much looks like Bloodborne 2 minus all the Bloodborne bits. And honestly, like, it plays so far about as well, which I'm a little amazed by. As animations that were in God of War 2016. I don't doubt that. And that could be for a lot of reasons, but yes, sometimes it totally is for, reasons of, we found this animation asset in an asset store and we used it. Because, like, screw it, it works. I remember someone talking to me about Dragon Quest XI. Its horse racing mechanics were basically just preloaded Unreal driving mechanics. Kind of not really edited all that much. When I heard that, they started playing more games that, like, use the same engines, and seeing the way a lot of games are kind of cobbled together from all sorts of assets, it kind of just made me realize that, like, game development is tough enough now that, like, it's perfectly sensible to be like, I'm just gonna purchase this with an open license and use it. Just screw it. Horse Go Zero. Horse have drift. People rake the developer over having the assets from Sekiro on Epic's store, which were being licensed to Epic's store by Epic, but were stolen assets. Yeah. Oof. That's a complicated mess. No! Oh well. I didn't have my camera lens. I gotta remember to actually have that equipped. Yeah, games is hard. And it is especially hard when people upload shit to various asset stores, infringing on licenses and copyrights and sometimes patents. I have less respect for patents these days in the game industry. But, like, I get it. I get the notion. Ooh. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Please. Oh, I missed it, didn't I? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Cloth covers what looks like a human corpse. One of the masks found everywhere in this building has been placed on it. Let's see, what else can we find? Ooh, we got a note. Tomoko Hinuma. That's a hard one for me to get my mouth around. Cause of death, drowning. Huh. Circumstances of death, found floating in Rogetsu Hall pool by a nurse. She was already dead from cardiopulmonary arrest at time of discovery. Additional notes. Deceased reported to have entered state of agitation at the same time Tsubaki Tono collapsed on the night of the Kagura and developed moonlight syndrome thereafter. Note left at scene indicates suicide. Typical case of someone losing themselves at the Kagura and not coming back. Signs of budding. Harvest face. When in doubt, harvest face. Okay, looks like we can take a picture of this. Something has appeared in the photo. Okay. I don't know quite what that means for us yet. But yeah, if you're an indie developer, be careful when you license stuff. Double check your stuff. I've seen a lot of indie games where stuff got pulled from various stores that were absolutely bespoke assets for other games. And it's don't get yourself in the hot water over that. Don't do it. Serious errors have been found in records concerning sudden deaths of patients. As such, the specified reports are to be destroyed immediately using the incinerator in the back garden of Haibara Infirmary. Backdoor key. Alright, let's see where the map tells us to go. Oh, Nightcry? That was a fascinating project. I saw a speed run of that game, and oh boy, I think it fits. Was missing a lot of audio. Oof. I think that game fits with what this channel has to offer. So maybe one day we should play Nightcry. I own it. I'm ready. But also we should play Clock Tower. Looks like it was overcrunched. It was a Kickstarter game, right? Or at least a crowdfunded game. So, it would explain a lot because that game looks extremely messy. Tsubaki Tono. Occupation, nurse. Okay. Circumstances of death: collapsed while performing the role of the vessel during the Rogetsu Kagura. Witnesses reported that she was already dead when they rushed to help her. Cause of death: postmortem failed to reveal any disease or injury. Suspect heart failure, but this diagnosis is inconsistent with the condition of the body. Additional notes: face could not be identified, cause unknown. Fortunately, deceased did not blossom. Did rite of descent affect Kagura? Death possibly caused by mask. Report to Master Yamatsuki. Yeah, one of the downsides of crowdfunding is that you don't really have a lot of opportunity to fix it post-launch unless you make gangbusters, and it's still incredibly hard to release a game with the standards that people expect. Like, as somebody who backed Mighty Number 9 and Shenmue 3, one of which I love and one of which I'm kind of fine with. I don't regret backing it, but it is also like we all know the story. Game development is hard. Yeah, Shenmue 3 was exactly what I wanted, unfortunately. One day we will play it. And yeah, Indivisible is a very sad story and a very good game. Hi, Marnie. She's ready. She's here. I gotta give my cat kisses. Because otherwise, she... Oh, yes! Feels a little cynical to even talk about. It can be, because like so many people kind of rush to trashing the game, and I don't think it's that bad. It had some technical issues, like it bricked some Wii U's, which is really unfortunate. But the things to talk about with that game, I think it's far more interesting to talk about, like, why it doesn't quite hit the nail on the head. And I have been meaning to play that game on stream for a long time with my backer copy. Because, the base mechanics are bad. They are poorly implemented, and I think if they had a little bit more feedback, it would be really interesting. It also isn't a Mega Man game, even though it tries to be. Must be somewhere I can switch the power. So maybe one of these days we'll go through all the Mega Man games, or at least all the mainline ones, and then play Mighty Number 9 so that we can really get into it. Because there are a lot of good and bad Mega Man games within the Mega Man franchise. But without the game itself to kind of showcase, it's hard to talk about what makes that game tick. But I, for one, really enjoy that game in spite of itself. It might have been a normal game. Yeah. We'll do our... Ooh, hi there. Hey, boo. Oh. Couldn't quite nail that one. I need to double check something. So we're about to get into a fight. Camera. Orange. Oh, and my roommates are back. Neat. Okay, where are y'all? Come on. So we're just gonna... Oh yeah, the duck dashing was weird. It actually messed me up a lot when I was doing beta testing for that game. Because I did not know it was a thing, and it caused me a lot of problems and a lot of unfair deaths. It's definitely one of those games that, here's what I'll say about Mighty Number 9. It is a pain in the ass to figure out what exactly it's going for. But once you figure it out, once you meet it on its level, you can see the glimmer of hope for it. You can see a really interesting game that just probably should not have been that one. You know what I mean? It's a shame we won't get a sequel because I do think it was setting up for something really fun. But it won't happen. Keiji Inafune is probably never going to be a major name, a major player in the industry ever again. Which I feel a little bad about. Because David Cage has been making crappy games for years. Anyway. Weirdly underbaked and underdescribed that needs to try and have its own identity. Yeah. We will. You know what? That is just inspiring me to say, once again, we will get to it. Okay, so what's going to scare us? Are you going to bump up in front of us? No? Okay, fine. I was ready to get scared, but you just had to sit there and do nothing. Oh yeah, safe design is actually mostly pretty good. I really liked it. And a lot of inventiveness. It had a lot of inventiveness to it. There we go. I bet you if it was a more traditional, you know, action platformer. Oh, there you are. Okay. Instead, it was kind of a speedrunner game. You know what I mean? And it really didn't need to be. Yes. Come on. No, come back. I want to shoot you. Oh, okay. Just going to try and sneak up from behind me. So how are y'all? Anyway. Today is a slow day. Over here, I'm getting some comic work done slowly but surely. I've been watching Summer Games Fest all day, which has been a really fun time. Oh, hey now. Hey now. Oh, hi there. Now, why couldn't I shoot? There we go. Goodbye. Okay, now where the hell am I going? Oh, okay, so we're still digging deep into what all is actually going on here. I still can't tell if the people on this island are trying to prevent blossoming or trying to utilize blossoming. No lobotomies are being done, but why? We've accidentally excavated out from the B2F lift shaft into the primeval passage, so work has been stopped for the time being. In the past, we came up against this passage while building the room under the director's office. What the hell is he thinking, taking the same kind of risk twice? The ancients of the island forbade the excavation of buildings underground. If the old primeval passage is disturbed and the moonlight won't reach, the page is torn at this point. Excellent. There we go. Got turned around. There we go. Herbal medicine. Oh, good. Oh, dude. How about no? How about not doing that thing? No. Come for me again. See what happens. Come on. Come on. Let's get you this way. And then pop you again. There we go. One mo. One mo. There you are. Man, we have fought a lot of critters. And I'm still looking for a power box, which I haven't... Maybe down here. Oh, nope, right here. It's fine. Figured it out. Boop. Seems to operate the electricity for this area. Cool. And here's a door I haven't seen before. And it is utterly unopenable, so it's fine. Okay. I wonder if there's anything else in here. Like, this door is still, like, a bizarre little entity. It's going to bother me until I can get in there. If it's anything like a previous Fatal Frame, people has been built into the wall, but it's rusted shut. Yeah, there might be an alternate entrance. Yes, here we go. Okay, where's the jump scare? No? Guess we're good for the moment. Nothing wants to creep us out. I'm fine with that. Okay, so back here we go. Let's open things up. And I want to say we need to go downstairs. Not downstairs. Right over here. And boop. Is go. Okay. Maybe I've been playing anything new lately, because I've moved on to Final Fantasy III, having beaten Final Fantasy II. I've been having a lot of fun. Ooh! Hey, Haibara. Oh, and I found an item. 2 item! Special treatment. Make the arrangements as scheduled for the 5 patients who are to receive special treatment. Note that some are outpatients. Use the room underneath the director's office, but ensure that no one knows about the procedure or gains entry. Of the inpatients, Misaki Aso in 310 and Ruka Yomotsuki in 308 have the most potential. Madoka Tsukimori in 203 may also be of use. Hey, we know those 3! However, some doubts remain about the outpatients Marie Shinomiya and Tomoe Nanamura. Written note attached to the memo. You can't choose the organs for the rite of descent in the same way as they do for the Rigetsu Kagura. This isn't a harvest dance in the damn village square. They used to be very careful in choosing the organs for the rite of descent. Only the Vestal, obedient, and impressionable would do. Girls who can easily be made one with the masks and the music. The rite of descent is very serious business. Its performance and outcome affect the fate of our entire community. You can't afford to make any mistakes. The candidates must be perfect, even if they give you some pause. Hello, Lindsay. How the frick are you doing, fellow gamer? Okay, I see where we are. Yes, here we go. Okay. And hi, cat. Hello to you both. Hopefully y'all are doing well. We've gotten started, but we haven't made, serious headway. So don't worry, you didn't miss too much apart from a few good fights. But looks like Yo Haibara was looking at this particular book. Today, in the line of my very important lead concept duties, I made sure something didn't look like a butthole. Too much. Always important. You gotta make sure to avoid buttholes that are not intentional. The day of the Kagura is close at hand. It's sure to be packed with spectators. There are even some famous people coming from the mainland. Opening the Kagura to the public has not only improved the image of the island, but brought us wealth in so many ways. However, there are also preparations to be made for the other ceremony. The organs have been chosen, and the true mask of the lunar eclipse has been completed. The rite of descent will return. The mask of the lunar eclipse is feared as the mask that caused the vessel to blossom, bringing the day of tranquility that destroyed the island. But, by performing the rite of descent with the true mask, the vessel, my poor, suffering daughter, will be cured. The mask of the lunar eclipse is our last chance to cure Moonlight Syndrome. The mask of the vessel causes the wearer to lose themselves, but the mask of the lunar eclipse is said to erase all memory, bring the wearer to the place of origin, purify them, and then bring them back to themselves, back to the living. If the rite of descent succeeds, my seemingly never-ending battle with Moonlight Syndrome will finally come to an end. There have been casualties. My dear wife blamed herself for our daughter's illness and, in her distress, ended her own life. Perhaps she was better off not having to see our daughter end up like this. Everything I've done, my work, my sacrifices, the culmination of all my research, it's all for her. Ooh. Hi, Mom. Sitting down with fried spam noodles for dinner tonight. Valid protein option on shops going forward. Hell yeah. Let's see. Let's just... Letter from Soya Yomotsuki. Oh, this is a guy who, Sayaka ran from. Sayaka and Ruka. Clearly a plan without flaw or possibility of error. Ooh, boy, you ain't kidding. At last, the mask of the lunar eclipse that I have poured my heart and soul into is complete. It is no overstatement to say that I have spent myself completely in this endeavor, but it was worth it. I want to thank you sincerely for all your support. The way to make the mask only became clear to me when you reconstructed the ancient documents on the lost rite of descent. You also solved the mystery of the materials to use and gathered them for me. The rite of descent will surely produce the result you desire. The true mask of the lunar eclipse will take shape. The true mask of the lunar eclipse is not the foul artifact that brought about the terrible day of tranquility spoken of in our legends. No, that disaster was caused because the mask made by my ancestor, Soetsu, was less than perfect. Thanks to you, this mask will open the door to the hallowed realm Soetsu wrote of. As I must perform my role as keeper of the masks during the Kagura, I cannot witness the rite of descent with my own eyes, but I will be praying for its success. Soya Yomotsuki. This man, of course, is somebody that his wife and daughter ran away from. So, doing great. Doing a great job there. So, their goal, as I had lightly theorized, is that they are trying to cure this thing. But they're sacrificing anyone they can in order to pull it off, and things haven't been going well. Alright, let's answer a phone. The true horror. Answering telephone calls. Well, I'm just really discovering that this guy has abandoned a lot of decency for these goals, and I'm not super enthused about that. Just gonna run a factory reset on these Moonlight Syndrome victims, no big deal. The day of the lunar eclipse is at hand. The day of the original version of the Rogetsu Kagura left only to legend. The masks and the music of the organs bring the spirits of the dead into the vessel, and she performs her dance to send them back to the underworld. This is the rite of descent. In accordance with the director's wishes, I've prepared the Temple of Tsukiyomi for the rite. But the organs, vocal, bell, flute, drum, and strings, will we find suitable candidates for all 5 of them? Is that woman really fit to perform the role of the dancer, of the vessel? And can we really perform the rite of descent right in the middle of the Rogetsu Kagura? I can't shake off all my doubts. But I have started to become fascinated by this rite of descent. It began when I saw it, the mask of the lunar eclipse. Its expression manages to encapsulate a benevolent smile, the suppression of tears, a moment of unbridled anger, death itself, all at the same time. The more I look at the mask, the more I feel myself falling into its gaze. I must see the rite performed with it. No, I want more than that. I want to try putting the mask on my own face to see how it feels. It's too late for me to turn back. My dude, I strongly advise against this thing you have already done. But experimenter's going to experiment, so let's get the frick out of here. Now, the only garden I know of is the courtyard, and I don't exactly know how to get there from here. Goodbye. Wow, you just You couldn't do shit with me. Well, okay. Let's see. Can we afford anything that would be good? Well, I'm at it. Fuck that moon. What if we, like, crashed it right into the middle of the festival? Historically, that has not gone well. That would take, what, 3 days? Oh! Have we already said hi to... Yep, apparently we did. Okay. Ugh. Once again, I hate to say it. Yet another game we gotta stream. Majora's Mask. Because I've never beaten it, and I've been trying to. Maybe we'll do a Zelda playthrough one of these days. Just go through them all. Including Link's crossbow training, which is canonical, by the way. Looks like that's where we gotta head, so... let's go. So I still can't tell. I mean, these guys are definitely off their ass, but... if the rite of descent is to bring the dead back to the underworld, then I think it's sensible to come to the conclusion that the rite of descent needs to go off without a hitch. That it needs to be done correctly. But, for whatever reason, they are throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at figuring out how to do it well, because, unfortunately, this all started because of the rite of descent, and there doesn't seem to be a clear answer, only assumptions made about why the last one, quote-unquote, failed. We're operating on the idea that maybe this is a bad ritual, but if it's been done every decade, without fail so far, then we have to assume that they're right. That the ritual did have a correct way to do it, and it wasn't done. Oh, we can finally go through this door. They even gave us a save point. We're gonna die, aren't we? Okay, let's go ahead and save. There we go. Ooh, right, an incinerator. This must be where they burned the erroneous documents. What could they have been? Let's just reach into the dumpster. Bundle of burned letters. These letters are addressed to me? Dear Choshiro. Oh my god, 27 pages. Okay. Everybody settled in. It's story time. Just gonna have a little stretch, a little sippy. And it's time to read a book. Dear Choshiro, long time no see. I hear you're coming to Rogetsu Isle for work. I'm on the island now, conducting some research. We'll be able to meet up. This place is pretty interesting. Its culture is almost completely unique. My specific research topic is masks. The mask-related beliefs of Rogetsu Isle are well known, even on the mainland, but there are still many mysteries to be explained. Fortunately for me, this is the year of the Rogetsu Kagura, held once a decade. Many different masks are made for the ceremony. I couldn't have timed it better. If all goes well, I might even have a chance to actually see the masks being made. I'm planning to stay for a while to take advantage of all these great research opportunities. Do you remember my younger sister, Iori? She insisted on tagging along with me. She says she's really excited about seeing the Rogetsu Kagura. What a tourist. When I told her I knew a real detective, Iori said she wanted to meet you, so when you get here, we should all go for a drink. We haven't done that much since we got jobs. Takashi Aiba, teaching assistant history department at Kusanagi University. Ooh, honey and lemon tea sounds good. Purpose of most Kagura masks is to make the wearers one with the gods as they take the appearance of them and perform the ritual dance. But the masks on Rigetu Isle don't represent gods. In fact, there aren't any gods in the belief system here. Also, the Rigetu Kagura got its current name relatively recently. It used to be called the Rite of Descent. Okay, so the Rigetu Kagura is the Rite of Descent. Descent represents the journey of the souls of the dead. And given the custom of putting masks on the faces of corpses, the masks on this island must represent the dead. The tradition of putting on death masks and performing dances occurs elsewhere, but these masks represent death itself? The forms of minds that have faced death, the shape of the soul at the moment one moves from existence to nothingness. The masks here represent the shapes of things that leave behind no lasting forms. The Rite of Descent used such masks. What function did it have in island society? It's the mask worn by the vessel. It was crafted long before the other Kagura masks, and its roots are different from any of them. The most prominent of them all is the mask of the Lunar Eclipse, crafted by the artisan Soetsu Yamotsuki. However, legend has it that disaster befell the island when the mask of the Lunar Eclipse caused the vessel to blossom, and so its existence has remained taboo for many years. The mask-making arts from the era of Soetsu were lost for a time, most likely as a result of the disaster. Nothing is known about it except that it was black in color. The present-day mask maker, Soya, wants to revive the advanced arts of Soetsu. Perhaps the mask of the Lunar Eclipse is ultimately... Said we both have mild cases of Moonlight Syndrome. They say it happens to a lot of people after watching the Kagura, and we'll have to be hospitalized here for a while. Now that I write the word hospitalized, makes it sound so serious, but don't worry, it's not that big a deal. In fact, it won't even stop me from continuing my mask research. If you get another chance to visit the island, make sure you visit us. You could certainly use some companionship here. The other patients aren't exactly... Black Mask. When the dead return to the world of the living become as the dead. The mask made to become as the dead makes the wearer become death itself. I can't imagine what this mask is used for. It has a gentle smile like a Buddha statue, but there's a primeval emptiness about its face that is evocative of death, a particular kind of death. Looking at it, I feel myself drawn into the depths of oblivion. I feel terror and relief. It's beautiful. The mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Though I smashed my eyes in, I still see. It's looking at me. I can see it again. It's so beautiful. Itchy. Tasty. Film incineration. I've decided that the film of the Kagura is to be incinerated. While I am aware of the importance of keeping a record of the event, even considering what's happened, there's something very strange about this film. Hi, Kuro. This is the mask of the end of Midsummer. At first I thought it was just damage to the film itself, but I checked again, and that's when I realized the film is showing a woman who definitely wasn't present at the time of the recording. I think she's dancing. Just to be sure, I had the other nurses watch the film with me. The second time I saw it, I could see her even more clearly. The woman is slowly becoming more and more apparent in the film. I could barely believe it myself when it came to this realization, but there's simply no other explanation. I don't want to see it again. I don't even want to be near this damned film anymore. I'm afraid I can't wait for your permission, Director. I'm taking this cursed thing straight to the rear incinerator and destroying it once and for all. Well, I could have used that, but... I'm ghost dancing on my own. Okay. Is there anything out here? Anybody leave any dolls? Little girl dolls with children's souls trapped inside? Anyone? No? Okay, there's got to be a better trash deposit method here, because this is ridiculous. Y'all need to get your shit together. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just all going to be incinerated, but I'm not cool with it. I saw an item. Where are you going to be? No, we're not going anywhere until we see the item. Oh, you're just kind of hanging out over here, aren't you? Hello, Moon. Oh, I hate that. Okay, let's see. So we're going to play a little game of hot and cold. Oh, so painful. Give me what I'm looking for. You can't just destroy the cursed haunted film. The stuff needs to be properly decommissioned. See, you get it. There we are. Gimme. 10 blue spirit stones. Hell yes. Okay. Just waiting to shine the flashlight on absolutely nothing and find a face. Listen, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. My nightmare's made real. Okay. Oh, well, we found Torii gates. Torii gates. If it's Torii gates, then it's bird gates. Wait, is Torii, kind of like a chai tea situation? If I say Torii gate, am I just saying gate gate? I always got to be careful about that, because once I started picking up on that, I started questioning a lot of things about language. Chain lens. Ooh, let's discover this. Increases the time you have after each shot to make a chain. Ooh, yes. That nurse do be schmoovin', though. Okay, we're almost there. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. Yeah, that's good. That's a good time. Oh, it's always a good time when you go to the graves in a Fatal Frame. Everything goes great when you're in the graves, in the cemeteries. Hey, I mean, I would love to, but you keep moving, and you are looking directly at me. So, not sure how to help. Let's see. I kind of wish that it was easier to find items if you did that, like, charge. Tsubaki Tono's diary. Just the great big pile of overlapping graves. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's like that's just how they do it. Like they put their graves like they put their trash, just in a big pit. Technically, if ghosts haunt where they died, you're not going to find any in graveyards unless they were very unlucky in life. Actually, I would say that's very lucky because if you lived here, you'd be home by now. It's the same thing. If you died here, you'd be home by now. So many dead people, they couldn't even space out the graves. They're just all crammed in there together. Statistically speaking, this is the safest spot on the island. It was my uncle's recommendation that brought me to Rogetsu Isle. At first, I was quite apprehensive, but both the islanders and the infirmary staff have shown me such kindness, helping me to settle into my new job and my new life here. I appreciate now what good advice my uncle gave me. I feel so lucky to be here. It turns out that this is the year of the Rogetsu Kagura, an important island festival that's only held once a decade. At the center of this Kagura is a woman called a Vessel, who performs a dance as an offering to the gods. I was very surprised when the islanders asked me, an outsider, to take the role of the Vessel. They explained that the Vessel should be a woman around my age, beautiful and impressionable. When you put it like that, how could I possibly refuse? Such an honor to be allowed to take part in an ancient island tradition. This will be an excellent opportunity for me to express my gratitude to Rogetsu Isle for all the happiness it's brought me. I'm truly thrilled. Before the festival, I have to take part in a purification ceremony where I bond with the vessel mask worn during the Kagura. Hearing about this made me a little more nervous than I was when I accepted the role. I hope it all goes to plan. Found a film reel. Oh god. That was just a lady. For those of you on the VOD, rewind that shit. There was a lady there. I am assuming there to tell us it did not go well. Oh, there we are. At least she was minding her business. 20 blue spirit stones. Why, yes, I will use them. Right away. We're going to increase charge time. She was just hanging out, making sure we saw everything. You know how it is. Just creeping. As one does. Alright, one last spin around. Oh god. Everybody. Is this Smash Ultimate? Because everyone is here. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh, rude. Come on. Like the villagers in the Wicker Man didn't bother with a missing child case and just asked the officer, hey, want to be the guest of honor at our harvest festival? I mean, listen, if you can... I'm not saying it's great, I admire the efficiency of a ritual where you can just pull in people from the outside. Okay. I think that's at least one down. Hey there. Best seat in the house. We promise. Oh god, there's like 4 of them. Okay. I miscounted. Ooh, a just kill. I'm assuming that's like, whoa, buddy. I'm out of moon juice. Waiting for it to charge. There we go. Banana moon juice. Seems to only charge when we have our flashlight down instead of primed. Which is a... Whoa! No! We're not doing that. No, not at all. Hey, bud. You want some too? How about you? And boop. Oh, we got even more. Gee, okay, Cat's theory that this should statistically be the the best possible place to stay safe is, unfortunately not correct. And I hate that. We don't have a lot of range because of our allotment. But we do have a ton of points. Oh, is this a situation where we're just going to find infinite ghosts? Yeah, I'll eat humble pie on this one. Listen, the logic was sound. Let's see. Whoop. Okay. Let's build up a little bit more lunar power as we run away. It's good that there are organizations, communities dedicated to recycling largely useless materials, like cops. Okay, we've nearly got full moon juice. We're getting there. We're just going to gently walk as it fills up just a little more. They can keep chasing us all they want. I believe that's full moon. Let's frickin' go. Yes. Okay. We're getting there. Everyone is dying, and I love it. Come on. There we go. Why are there more? Okay, I'm pretty sure they are just going to come at me forever. Vehicular ghosts. Ooh. I would kind of love that, I'm not gonna lie. I fear the fandom such a game would produce. As the foremost expert on fan wankery, Lindsay. Could be worse than current Motorheads. Oh god. Hey, back off. Back off. Back off. Boop. Y'all too. Who else wants to be Point Father? Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, now they're in my way. So, that's annoying. Carsonas plus Necro, though. That's objectively worse. I mean... I've seen some Transformers wikis. Like, it's fine. And Transformers is gay as hell, so... I don't think it clear-legged is, but it do. TF Phantom is on another plane. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, we're getting out of here. Oh, we've got some chat to catch up on for just a second. Let's see. Reducing the number of cops in the world, acceptably lowering the amount of legal fees otherwise earmarked for qualified immunity and corruption, and appeasing a harvest god. That's morally correct on multiple levels. Imagine the zombie survival game that could be set in the Cars cinematic universe. Yeah, no, that's necessary. That's necessary and good. We gotta know. The movie Pixar is too afraid to make. If the Yakuza series can make a zombie game, then Pixar can make zombie cars. It's only fair, it's only right. You could have a Vespa, a taxi, a semi-truck, and a Rolls-Royce trying to go from gas station to gas station while carbominations, oh my god, I love that word, are trying to crash into them and consume their metal. Ah. Oh! Man in sync. He sure is. Hey, bud. Going for a dip? How you doing? That is my favorite ghost now. Crazy taxi from hell. A game where zombie cars are trying to run you off the road and kill your passengers, but you're a taxi driver with a shotgun and a grenade launcher getting people from point A to point B. I mean, there is Zombie Driver, which is technically that, but there is apparently a sizable schism in the Transformers fandom about whether or not they can take off their kibble, the chunky backpack stuff, to cuddle. And I love that for them. I mean, in no way does this surprise me. Ooh. I guess that's where we're heading. Upsy stairsy. That's just a calming helmet. Let's see. Oh god, Lindsay, you are asking questions right now. Were the planes that flew into the towers sentient in the Cars universe? Much like with Turning Red, how did the characters respond to 9/11? My immersion cannot be maintained without knowing. We're all going to hell. Yo, heading to new building. JJ, the jet plane universe, and the Cars universe are the same place. Doesn't that also mean that Thomas the Tank Engine fits? Oh god. Oh, the Kill James Bond podcast. That one has... Yeah, I need to... God. Okay, yeah. That's, unfortunately, something I need to go listen to at some point. I know some of the people who worked on it. Delivered to you by some of my favorite online transits besides Enderjack. I mean, that's good company. That's just good company. Ooh. Wait. Film reel. Where does Theodore Tugboat universe fit into this? We're asking a lot of questions here that, I am terrified to know the answers to. Unfortunately, now I'm starting to think, Cars universe, Fatal Frame. How does it stack up? How does it measure? How does it work? And now, like, yeah, like seeing the Pope in one of the Cars movies definitely kind of messed me up a little bit because, like, the Pope Mobile isn't the Pope. The Pope Mobile carries the Pope car. Dash camera obscura. Oh, God. Let's play. Everyone having a normal one. Tequila.
あの時ミコが死んだ。何が起こってたんだ。
Feet. Okay, what's behind? Of course. Gosh. Okay, okay. Cozy moding, fleece pill, took the pill. No, it was a good joke. You're fine. This is good company. I make the same joke like 3 times per episode. It's all good. Make sure you're getting some crowd shots in this recording. I want to see the shocked outsider who will be lured back here in a decade's time. Ooh. And we found a tapey. Let's go listen. Hey, one we were missing. My shame unending. Listen, you and I are cut from the same cloth. We never stop feeling shame. And never the kind of shame that's, like, good to feel. And yeah, Malik, A, Lindsay's most likely right. And B, Cars is just one of those things where you can't do this to yourself. It's Cars. It is my rubric for understanding what truly makes a kid's film is whether or not putting any amount of thought to it creates a sort of kaleidoscopic effect of the amount of questions you have about how it works. Like, if you hit that point, you're officially watching a kid's film. And yes, I will apply this to anything without question, including adult movies, because kids' films are great because if you do question it, you're missing the point. Her screaming into the mic, why are there seats? Don't worry about it.
ようやく老滅館の患者に聞き込みができた。関係者以外は入るのが難しいが、さやかさんの口添えもあってなんとか潜り込めた。月遊病というのは記憶をなくす病気らしく、言っていることはほとんど要領を得ない。見たと言った次の瞬間には見ていないという。これじゃ聞き込みにならない。入院している少年から3階のマガキという男の部屋で少女を見たという証言を得た。これからその部屋へ向かう。老滅館309号室発見できず。どうもこの絵のことらしい。しかしこの絵、俺がどうでの老滅館4階、ここで最後だ。 奥の部屋を調べればこの建物を全て調べたことになる。この部屋の住人は咲夜という女性、灰原の姉にあたる。重度の月遊病らしく、灰原について聞いてもおそらく無駄だろう。しかも今は昏睡状態ということだ。しかしここはまるで牢獄だ。捜索終了。灰原も少女たちもここにはいない。
Ooh. We heard some little ghost mutterings underneath everything. Right at the tail end of that. Oh god! Okay, fine. Okay, so we'll have a little fight. We're just going to fight as best we can. Stay on the move. Get some good running in. Here we go. Whoa! Hi there. Goodbye. Oh, nice. Okay, that's 2 down. And yeah, I feel like getting into the whole Native American representation in the Cars universe is just asking for a lot of trouble, so, I'm not gonna comment on that. I have too much respect for First Nation tribes and all the stuff that they have had to deal with. And I feel like putting them through a discussion of their involvement in the Cars universe just feels like the worst possible thing to do. Just not a great time for anyone involved. Okay. I've got that painting. What do we do now? I was so perturbed by the conversation at hand that I sort of missed what I was supposed to do. Because, oh my god, I now cannot stop thinking about this, and everything hurts. The worst rabbit hole, indeed. At least we got to see a little bit of Jack before we moved on from the horrors. Let's see. Anything we can find? I'm sure we've been here before, but who knows? Maybe there's something new. Show me the way to go home. Find clues about the priestess's death. Let's see. Burned painting. Burned picture found in a fireplace. The style looks familiar. If I remember correctly, there's a painter on the 3rd floor. So maybe that's where we gotta go. Fortunately, not entirely sure the best way to get there. Let's see. So we've got the elevator over here. We were just there. So maybe going back through the dining hall and going back to the lift will give us a hint. Because I want to say if we go to the artist room, we'll find what we're looking for. Because I will admit, one of the issues I'm having with the game is that it's a little bit hard to parse. Like, I don't think I could explain what exactly the story is without just kind of listing facts. Oh, there was another item over here, wasn't there? I guess not. Okay. So it's a bit jumbly, and the objectives are a little bit... all over the place. Yes, I was right in some sense of the word. Okay, so we can pop by this little guy, do a proper save, because we've only been doing auto-saving, and we can even check out the trade menu to see if there's anything that might be nice to hold on to. But no, we've got a lot of herbal medicines. We're okay for now. There we go. Ooh. Good night, Lindsay. Thanks for coming by. Night, night, friends and foes. Hello. We'll snap a little candid of you. I'm assuming you want me to go this way. And, of course, anytime a ghost shows up, we follow it. I know there are a couple items in here. There's always a couple items in here. Logbook. One item to report. Yuko Magaki in room 309 has shown some drastic changes recently, and his behavior is increasingly problematic. He causes disturbances, shouting out suddenly at the top of his voice and grinning like a man possessed. Last night, after lights out, he started causing a racket. I ran to his room to check on him, and he grabbed me and started screaming, "Annihilation!" over and over. I've also been some disturbing changes in his paintings. He keeps painting pictures of a sinister-looking woman. There is no longer any doubt that the woman he paints is the patient in the isolation room. Why does he keep painting pictures of her? I believe they are an omen foretelling the awakening of the one with no face. Oh boy! And we get another scary tape out of it!
10月9日、さやかさんが島を出るという。ルカちゃんを他の病院に入れたいということだが、急な話だし当てもない。この数日でさやかさんは随分やつれた気がする。少しでも目を離すとふっとどこかいなくなってしまいそうだ。俺は
Short and sweet. Alright. Well. Things are going great for everybody. Oh no. Are you going to make a beeping noise? I really hate it if you made a beeping noise. Okay, just some old wiring. Don't worry about it. If I had to guess, the game will show me what I will expect. No? I had made an assumption, and my assumption was wrong. Let's see. Ah, it's this one just around the corner. Right here. Except it's locked. Is there another way to get in there? Both the ways I checked. Okay, in which case, I guess I'm exploring these other rooms. Maybe they got something. Hello? Any free keys hanging out in here? Any freakies? Okay, nothing there. Oh boy. They're gonna make me work for this. And that's just fine. It's what we're here for. Still thinking about some of the games we're playing in the future. Like, I think very soon. Maybe just after Yakuza Kiwami. We're playing myhouse.wad. The kind of infamous horror game built in the Doom engine. I'm trying. I am doing my Galderned best. Oh. 15 blue spirit stones. Both does sound like a blast. I mean, like Yakuza Kiwami is definitely happening because I'm committed to at least playing up to Kiwami 2. But I have just enough people who I know would be like over the moon about myhouse.wad. Found a photo and a diary. Everything is getting out of control. Soya has been completely consumed by his obsession with his Yamotsuki ancestor, and now the Haibaras have started behaving in ways that I simply can't understand. I have to get Ruka better. I have to take her away, somewhere far away where they've never even heard of this island, and I won't have to hear the name Rogetsu. Choosing between my husband and my daughter isn't easy, but saving Ruka is the only thing that matters to me now. And I'll do it no matter how long it takes. I'm so sorry, my darling Soya. Somewhere deep inside you is the man I once cared for, who I still care for, but you've buried him so deep inside this madness that I don't think there's any way for me to save you. I'm leaving Rogetsu Isle. I don't like so many things are clattering. Oh, hi! Whoa. Okay, you're just coming right out with it, huh? Eat light bulb. Come on. Okay, I think this is the real trick to playing Choshiro. We got to keep the flashlight down so we can keep our lunar energy up. So we're gonna wait. Hey, bud. Goodbye. I'm also thinking about Grim Fandango again, because we were talking about it on stream last night, and I'm still kind of enamored with the idea. A lot of good games that we're going to be playing. Men going to gallery. Are you going to open a door for me? No. Jerk. How about this one? There we go. What's up? Oh, it was just your imagination. Get up. Also your imagination. Don't worry about it. Never mind, it's real. Kill it. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Fight you and I'll win. Oh! Where you at? Oh, you're on the ground. Okay. Don't love that. Hey, bud. And... you gonna do anything? Oh, he does not wait around. Where are you? You better come out. You better come out, you nerd. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh. Hey. I need to watch this monitor anyway. Oh, is he blossomed? Yeah. He blossomed. Yeah. The art is real good. Dang it, man. Goodbye. Yeah, he was frenziedly scrawling this when we were playing as one of the girls, and I actually really, really like this one.
この風景 どうなってるんだこれは灰原は
Oh, are we getting the freaky shots now? Wait.
再
Invincible
び
Lady
島
time?
を訪れたあの日この島から人が消えた
Oh! Phase 7 complete! I believe it was, yeah. I believe that was the unkillable ghost lady who we could not get any damage on. I gotta assume she's like one of the final bosses, right? There's gotta be. So we'll be able to get a little bit of time into the next phase before being done for the day. Searching for Madoka, Misaki finds herself in her own room at Rugetsu Hall and discovers a photo of herself as a child, along with a woman with no face. Does this woman have any connection with the girl in black? Misaki feels that if she could only meet this woman, her own past would become clear. My special friend. Yeah, Misaki has a sort of twin or something. Someone that's kind of lightly possessing her. Four, 4, 6, 7. I doubt that's going to be important to the gameplay, but... Huh. That was her. Sakuya. Okay. I think it's time to deal with this lady. Like, who else could it be? Let's see. First, check to see if there's... Yep, there we go. Just gently grab. Case in point. We gotta grab. What does that do? Lenses. Oh, we actually don't have that much with her. When used, this automatically locks you onto the nearest ghost. Yes! Oh, that's very good. And we've got enough here. Okay, film loading time, no. Camera charging time, yes. Enlarges area affected by taking photos. Also good. Okay, so, God, what is going on? It's a little bit hard to juggle all the plot points right now. So while we work on this, let's see if I can piece this together. So, Misaki, Madoka, and Ruka were 3 girls who were part of a previous Rogetsu Kagura, also known as a Rite of Descent. Though it wasn't always called the Rite of Descent. No, wait. It was called Rite of Descent, and then things went wrong, and then... yeah, Moon's Haunted. But something happened 10 years ago. These girls were involved in some capacity. We also have Mari and Tomoe, who were part of that process, but Mari and Tomoe were outpatients. They weren't supposed to be there that long. Chase the girl in black shadow. Okay. Wait. Is there... no reason to go there, as far as I'm aware. Now, something happened with the last Rite of Descent, and the Day of Tranquility happened. Basically, a mass disappearance event that is blamed on Soetsu, a mask maker who is responsible for making the appropriate mask for the ritual. I know what I heard. So his descendant, Soyu, felt that the only way to make things right was to create a quote-unquote perfect mask. Meanwhile, the senior Dr. Haibara, as far as I'm aware, it's the senior, is having a lot of issues trying to figure out how to cure Moonlight Syndrome because his own daughter is affected. And he's willing to go through any lengths in order to pull this off. Including, like, basically risking murdering people as part of his experiments. Ooh. There we go. I don't quite remember all the parts of the timeline. I don't know whether Dr. Haibara messing with the girls came before or after the Rogetsu Kagura. I think that one is still a little bit shifty in the timeline for me. But then we enter Choshiro, who, during the Rogetsu Kagura from 10 years ago, he showed up and basically rescued 5 girls from the whole event. Girls who were part of the ritual. If not at the very least, attending. So he's drawn back in order to basically find Ruka, who her mother, who it was married to, or at least in a relationship with, Soyu, the second guy who's trying to make masks. Like, trying to get away from him because she knows that as long as he's involved, Ruka's not safe. So, at her request, Choshiro shows up once again to hunt down Ruka, who, just like the others, mysteriously disappeared. The disease itself, Moonlight Syndrome, involves the process of budding and blossoming, and the biggest known case of this was in the failed ritual. Okay, so if that's the case, how's that factor in with everything? Oh, hi there. Well, if you insist. Come on. Yes, there we go. Gradual obsession with moonlight and loss of identity, culminating in whatever the hell blossoming is. Yeah, like, the face frickin' disappears, gets warped, and becomes almost impossible to perceive. Plus, ooh, 4th floor works now. Plus, if you see somebody with a warped face, you stand a chance of catching the Moonlight Syndrome. So, it is being treated like a psychological condition, but may have a supernatural basis, thus Haibara's own assessments. Hi there! Oh, you want to fight, okay. Well, guess what? I'm good at that. And I have enough points that it don't matter how I do. I just get to fight you. Boop. Oh, and you're blossoming. That's just great. This is fun. Just knocking her back and forth like one of those punch me clowns. Those little standing balloons with the weighted bottom. You're doing great, sweetie. Hi, AJ. I just re-killed a lady. Ooh, we got another item. Yes! Sacred water. Oh, we got more items that I called from all the way across the room. Whee! I'll take that. Haha, neener, neener. 4F Isolation Room Report. So, basically, all told, something happened at the last ritual, and things have not been right since, and now all these girls are coming back to the island for reasons they don't understand, but are clearly supernatural in basis. So, now we're just trying to figure out what the hell needs to happen to get rid of Moonlight Syndrome and save these girls, who may or may not be able to be saved, because some of them have definitely died. Regarding the woman in the isolation room, it's embarrassing to say this, but I simply can't remember her face. I have an impression that she's quite pretty, but I don't know what her face looks like. I can't remember it. This is unheard of for me. A nurse can usually remember her patients' names and faces very easily. She's the only one I can't remember. When I tried my hardest to remember her face and focus on it, my pulse quickens and I feel as though I'm losing sight of myself. It feels like my mind is a radio and someone is playing with the tuning dial. What should I do? Am I really fit to be in charge of the 4th floor? I don't think I'm cut out for this position. Please, consider transferring me to another task. I beg you. Oh my god. We finally get to use it. Oh my god. Yes. We get to use the thing. 4, 4, 6, 7. Doors seems to have opened. Okay. Anything else we can find while we're here? Doesn't look like it, unless... maybe a doll? Come on, let me see a doll. I know you're hiding. Ah, well. Oh, there is an item. Oh, outside. Hell yes. I love to see an item outside. You jerk. Document from the infirmary. I saw Misaki with that doll again yesterday. Most likely the patient on the 4th floor gave her own doll to Misaki. Both of them have been diagnosed as having high spiritual potential. Their spiritual senses are heightened and they're at increased risk of being inhabited. It's dangerous for two such people to be together. When their mental state is good, being together may help them both stay stable, but if one of them becomes unstable, both are at risk of worsening their Moonlight Syndrome. I'm particularly worried about the effect that she and her current state might have on Misaki. Please keep careful watch over Misaki and ensure that the two of them do not meet. Oh god. Okay, 4F room assignments. We're going to look at that after this because I need this phone to shut up. Okay, now we can read this thing. Let's see. Where was it? I'm going to have to go through a whole bunch of things. Here we go. Saw Misaki with that doll again yesterday. Most likely the patient on the 4th floor gave her own doll to Misaki. Both of them have been diagnosed as having high spiritual potential. Their spiritual senses are heightened and they're at increased risk of being inhabited. It's dangerous for two such people to be together. Oh yeah, okay, we've read this one. Where's the other one? Records. Maybe here. 4F room. Here we go. This is something we haven't done. Ooh. Room 412, Frozen Moon. Somebody whose name is blacked out. This is the only room on the 4th floor. The patient is in an extremely dangerous condition. Report to the director immediately if she shows any signs of deterioration or becomes agitated. Calling her by her name or looking at her face are forbidden, as both can cause her condition to worsen. Bearing in mind the recent death of one of the nurses, staff are advised for their own safety to avoid prolonged contact with the patient. If any of the nurses feel their mood or physical condition get worse, they should discontinue duties immediately. The corridor to the isolation room is sealed with a gate which can be opened by unlocking it from the nurse station. Please note that it is not possible to enter the isolation room with just the master key. Okay. And so we are ignoring all advice, right? And just going right in, because why not? It's fun. It's a good time. gonna happen. Nobody gets in to see the wizard. Not no way, not no how. Well. Oh god. Didn't want to miss that one. Okay, so those two little girls running around, one of them is Misaki, and the mystery girl, who we still don't know. Password? Why don't you blank her? I don't appreciate that that's the word they chose to blank out. Haven't I told you over and over that she keeps trying to drag me into her room? Come and see her if you don't understand what I'm talking about. She's something else now, isn't she? Her face keeps changing and she keeps trying to drag me in. She calls me. 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 Oh. Oh, hey. Oh god. I am... Okay, you know what? Fine. Damn, that was a really good picture of you, don't you know? Oh, of course you're blossoming. Oh, geez. Okay, get off. Get off. Where are you going to be? Because this is... I do not need to be getting into a fight with a blossomed nurse ghost like this. There you are. Get off. Oh, God. Do I have any healing items? I do. And I don't have any mirror stones. So I nearly beefed it right there. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see where she's going to come from. And I'm going to haul ass. Reverse. Had to flip it and reverse it. Where are you? There you are. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Let's freaking go. I want my fatal frame chance. There we go. There you are. Come on. Come on. Don't be shy. You don't have to hide your face around me. Crap. She hid everything. She hid her everything. There you are. Flipping it and reversing it in this economy? There we go. Goodbye. Whew. It's all good. You're safe now, Misaki. Oh, hey, look. A hole in the wall. Oh, God. Misaki and girl opening door. So... the mystery girl keeps popping up. I feel like we may be seeing the same girl at different points in her life, because we're seeing memories. And I think she might be related to the girl whose face blossomed. But I'm not sure. Regarding the patient in the isolation room, I observed her again today, but I feel her symptoms have reached a point of hopelessness. For someone like her with such high spiritual potential, Moonlight Syndrome almost always presents with extremely severe symptoms. She may be the most extreme case yet. Her mind is on the brink of collapse. She has managed to cling feebly to some semblance of sanity by fusing her dolls and herself in her mind. The dolls, each reflecting a different part of herself, may be necessary for her to anchor her fluid and ever-fluctuating state of mind. It may be possible to use this doll transference approach to help the other patients deal with their chaotic memories. However, while giving her dolls may have some temporary effect, all it does is postpone the inevitable collapse. Director Haibara is desperately searching for some way to help her, but he's already tried so many things. At this point, doing anything more might only cause her pain. Wait. Okay. Theory. Haibara is doing all of this to save his daughter. Misaki has a mysterious friend whose name we still don't know. This girl on the 4th floor, her name is redacted. I feel like all of this is just leading up to all of these figures being the same person. Combine that with the fact that, like, there are still a couple of ghosts who have some appearance with, like, an obsession with dolls on top of everything else. Like, dolls keep showing up. Like, Ayako had a whole bunch of doll parts just hanging around, which I don't think Ayako is related to that. I think she is a character who's got her own thing going on. But I just compartmentalize my mental issues as TTRPG characters. Yeah. That's the mood. The person from the photo must be in this room. See, I don't know if they're all the same person, but there's a connection. To somebody. Maybe. There she is. Already. Wait. That doll is exactly like Misaki's special friend. Same outfit and everything. The patient in the isolation room on the 4th floor has stabilized somewhat, but there's no telling what might set her off again. The nurse who called the patient in the isolation room, the one with no face, she committed suicide a few days ago. For reasons as yet unknown, she ran into the isolation room and killed herself right in front of the patient. She had shown signs of being deathly afraid of the patient for a while. If she was so afraid, why did she charge in there? She'd been warned about hanging around near the gate. When the nurse's body was discovered, the room was in an awful state, but the patient was just sitting on the bed, smiling. I can't quite remember her face myself. Something like this has already happened before, and now all the other nurses are scared. That gate isn't there to stop the patient from getting out as much as to prevent her from having contact with anyone else. I'm going to explore the room a little more, but ooh, doggy, things are getting interesting. Oh, look at all these dolls. Just a whole mess of them. And not a one of them are the kinds that I'm supposed to be taking pictures of. Oh, that's the Torii gates outside. And there's a doorway. Maybe she's got her own little garden. That'd be kind of cute. The smashed mirror, just to reinforce the point. Saki's diary. I don't want you to know the pain of those who have the souls enter into them, whose sounds are consumed. You're just like me. Don't end up like me, Misaki. A world without noise, a world without noise, a world without noise. I offer my song to you. young Misaki looking at the moon. Okay. Another diary. I put myself in the doll, so that even if I forget myself, the me in the doll will tell me who I am. That was how I held on to myself, but today I asked, what is my name? I asked, and I asked, but there was no answer. Without the me inside the doll, the little ones inside me get upset. They eat my insides, then they sleep. The starving little ones. I can hear them waking up. My soul broken. I am descending. I have to believe that the phrase I am descending is very direct. I am descending may very well mean something related to the right of descent, and descent in this game has a very deliberate meaning of going to the underworld. Got the 5 blue spirit stones. We got another one right here, another diary. Misaki's diary. They tell me I can't see her anymore. But it feels so nice to be together with her. Feeling myself break apart is nice too, but this is different. When our two sounds play together, it feels good and I don't feel sick. But they said soon I won't be able to see her anymore. I don't think I can stand it if I can't see her anymore. I won't know who I am, but Mia says that I'm still me. I feel safe because Mia is here. Mia is my special friend who stays with me. Mi means the sea, like Misaki. Ya means the night, like in Sakuya. The two of us will always be together. So, the special friend is the soul imparted into the doll, which is Sakuya herself. But it sounds like she has a lot of souls in her. If the rite of descent had failed, and the vessel is supposed to take in the souls of the outside world in order to bring them to the underworld as part of the rite of descent, then clearly that's where things broke. A bunch of ghosts got in Sakuya. The ritual failed, and they never left. Okay. I feel like that's a good read on the situation. Okay, with that done, what else can we find? I believe there's an item around here. Maybe. A tile puzzle. Can be rearranged to complete a pattern. Okay, it's time for a good old-fashioned tile puzzle. So we've got our 4. That's what we need. We need 2. I already have the process figured out. Like, I just need to get this set up appropriately. Yeah, I've already got the first row ready. Yeah, this is good. So how's everybody doing? Are you enjoying the show? I hope so, because we're doing a tile puzzle, and I can't imagine how annoying that must be. But I like these. I don't know why. I think it's because I know how to do them. And the actual solution of these is never too terrible. 8, 7. Ooh. That's actually a great start. 8, 7, 6, 5. However, I think what I need to do... Yeah, that's the ticket. No, it's not. That is decidedly not the ticket. I need to think about this a little better. Let's see if I can shove things around. Yes. Anything y'all are looking forward to coming out? Because I know Summer Games Fest is still going on. There have been a lot of things announced so far that I'm personally excited about. I hope we hear more things about maybe a potential new Fatal Frame. There are a lot of projects at Koei Tecmo that are kind of in the books, but we're still kind of waiting for that to, like, follow through. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we need 9, 10, and 11. I need to get 11 up there, which shouldn't be too hard. We got a big storm over here all of a sudden. Oh, no. That's no good. 13, 14, 15. And poop. They're kind of like a Rubik's Cube. Once you know the trick, it's just a matter of time. When was the last time I heard it? The gentle sound of my own song. The human soul is nothing but sound. But there are so many sounds reverberating. I can't hear. The end of days is near. I can feel it. Glad my song came back, even if just for an instant. Father, Yo, Ayako, goodbye. I think this confirms it. She is Sakuya Haibara. Ayako is also a Haibara. I don't know if it's an actual person. But no, Ayako was a person who was just very, very mean. Remember. Hey, don't do that. Well. Gosh, this went in a direction, didn't it? I'm sorry. I have to go on ahead of you. It's because of me, my body. This body that is so easily inhabited. It caused everyone so much pain. When things take over me, and I hurt everyone, I wake up and I don't even remember what I've done. I can't bear that pain anymore. I was able to stand it until now because you were there for me. Now I have the Moonlight Syndrome, and the only things that could have saved me, my memories shared with you, are shaken. I no longer have any way to bear the pain accumulated in my memory. I would be so happy if the sickness would wipe only the painful memories from my mind. I feel sorry for Sakuya. She's just like me. My heart aches when I think that she might suffer as I have. Shigeto, you have to take care of her. The moon is getting brighter. Shigeto, Sakuya, Yo, I'm so sorry. I offer myself up to be guided by the moonlight. See, we're hearing the same names again. I know we're technically at time. We'll be moving on as soon as I find a frickin' save point. So hopefully we'll be hanging out for only a little bit longer. Got the here upgrade. I wonder what that is. Use sound to alert you to special spirit presence. Okay. That's kind of neat. But I guess it'll be a bit before we really get to see that in motion. So let's get on through and hope we can find what we're looking for, which is a save point. I'll check my map real quick to make sure we haven't missed anything. And so far, no. Macasio. Oh, there's one right there. Okay. Barring terrible tragedy. Oh god. Okay. I probably shouldn't explore this room too deeply, but I do actually want to pick this item up because otherwise it's gonna bug me. Ooh, okay, yeah, that was good. Yeah, okay, things have gotten very interesting. We've learned a lot about some of these patients who, we're starting to find out that maybe not every single one of these characters that hasn't had a name until now is connected, but there are very few characters who aren't connected. So we're finding some good stuff. Ugh. Okay. But for now, we're done. We are going to pause for the night and pick it back up on Saturday. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do the outro. Thank you all for coming. I've been Robin at Andrew Jack without a C and will continue to be so for the foreseeable future. Please support the channel. You can do so by following and subscribing, clicking the notification bell to know when we go live. There are follower and subscriber exclusive emotes. VOD is available 60 days after initial airing, and stuff is on YouTube, so check my link tree at AndrewJack without a C to know what that link is, so that you can subscribe there and find every single episode that I upload from now into eternity. I want to make sure I get some of the older episodes up as well. I'm still not on that, but it'll happen. Anyway, once again, thank you all for coming. Get hydrated, get vaccinated, get masked up. Be good, be safe, be awesome, be golden. Bye, everybody.